Hi, welcome to another video. So, if you are somebody who is having challenge execution and perfectionism is your problem, if you are somebody who has a sensitive nervous system and get easily bogged down by small intimidations, sensitive to food, and you think that you just need a lot of information, need certainty to take action, you withdraw easily into your shell. A small resistance puts you back into the box. So, why I'm saying all this is that I've been through all those different challenges in my life alone. And in this short video, excuse me for my very raw shot in this video, but what I want to share in this video is that you can have multiple tools in your arsenal to overcome such situations. If you are self observant, uh, constantly learn, understand your patterns, and importantly, execute and implement them. So, here is one short example what happened today morning with me. By the way, I'm Charles D'Souza. I put very videos primarily on mental health, fitness, and overthinking, anxiety, uh, and primarily anything related to mental clutter, noise, isolate them, and try to improve every day. I work in the tech industry almost for 19 years as a senior software consultant, as an architect, and I have my bouts of ups and downs over the years. So, in this video, I want to share one such tool which I use in my arsenal to overcome brain fog, to overcome stuck feeling, to overcome a sense of lethargic rigidity. And I'm not talking about laziness here. This is inaction, a resistance to inaction because of overthinking, because of guilt, because of some indisciplined habits. So, one such incident happened today morning, and I identified my pattern. It's Monday here in India. So, every Monday morning, again, as I said, I will be explaining more about deep issues in following videos, upcoming videos. But I will just give you a simple example. It might sound little naive to share this, but I thought it will help you to break certain patterns, identify your thinking. So every Monday, I have this habit of putting a quote, a wisdom quote, which I like personally, which I've used, implemented in my own life, and in my WhatsApp status, on my WhatsApp status. And past 2 3 months, I've seen a pattern building up where when I swipe through my repo of quotes on my mobile, and over a period of time, what is happening is that I'm trying to find a quote which is sounding too perfect, or I would say I would analyze that quote whether it is makes sense, whether I will implement what is there in that quote, or what people will think about it. Is it relevant today? Have I shared it in the past? So, in the process of finding a perfect quote, almost a task which takes 5 10 minutes, almost an hour and a half is to pass by. And my Monday mornings, especially when I do this around 8:30 9 o'clock a.m. in 9 a.m., an hour passed by without even knowing. And this was a pattern happening every Monday. And following that, after I put this quote after an hour, uh, a guilt feeling is to build up. Hey, what am I doing? just to put up a quote on my status, am I spending so much time, an hour, and then it leads into a guilt feeling. And the moment it leads into a guilt feeling, you suddenly have a crash. This is my experience, right? You have a crash, and then you feel your brain got locked in. You don't feel like doing anything. Then you think that even if I go out, what people will think. Internally in my mind, I feel low about myself because you have set a standard so high in your perfectionism analysis that even if a slight deviation from that, like spending an hour, and that too, that hour I didn't spend doing some trash, I was just looking for a quote. But what I'm trying to say is understand the patterns which are not so productive. And because of this unproductive time, which led to kind of a locked in cobwebs forming in my mind, I feel low, slightly irritated mind, and then you don't feel like doing the next task. You feel stuck. This is my experience. And then you think that I'll wait for that, you come out of it. Even though physically you are well, but mentally you feel you're chained, you've been chained. Even if you want to, you can't. And this is not the first time it has happened. And for your information, there was no, excuse me, yeah, for your information, there was no any lack of sleep the previous night, or binge watching anything, any disruption in your habits. But this simple, indisciplined thing, early morning, starting your Monday morning golden hours, the morning hours are really ones which you will cash in on. So I didn't cash in on that, and then probably that subconsciously guilt feeling set in, and then downward spiral. And for a half an hour, I sat thinking at my desk. I'm not able to act on my today's task. Shall I go out, step out of my house? Shall I have a bath? It was such a dull feeling. Shall I put cold ice on my face? Um, Even though right now I am taken break from my corporate, so there's nothing forcing me to act on something. I had to be proactive to do my task. And eventually, after spending an half an hour, there is suddenly this thought came in. There is this technique called EFT technique, emotional freedom technique, which is a very popular, and there are good number of videos out there how to do it. There is scientifically proven papers as well that how it help people with anxiousness and sensitive nervous system. And just out of the blue, I thought for the first time, if I'm feeling this way, even though I've used this technique in the past, let me try this for this moment to come out of this stuck patterns. And what I did next was I started tapping different points as per the EFT technique, how to do it. There's a video tapping points on my face, temples, crown area, chest area, and arms, underarms. And I did play a 528 hertz music in the background, which I usually do for other meditation and such habits. So I did this for almost 10 minutes, the EFT technique, continuously while playing the music. And after doing for 10 minutes, tapping different parts, hearing the music in the background, all that stuck feeling, the brain fog, the feeling of low, everything came down almost 90%. And it amazed me. So it felt, oh, I tried something new. I identified a pattern. I observed and thought what can be done now, which I haven't tried. Even though, as I said earlier, I used to try earlier for my reducing the anxiousness in the body in the past when I had other issues. So eventually, after about 10-15 minutes, all that brain fog disappeared, and clutter disappeared. It felt like the cobwebs from the mind have been removed. And then the clarity came in, and I was back to my task for the today. So, what I'm trying to explain and share from this short experience is that you might have uh, this kind of feeling for various reasons, apart from the one I explained. However, either you can choose to continue being in that state, we surrender to that state and say, hey, this is not in my control, it possibly is a depression, or it's some other excuse, or you can attempt to come out of it. And only when you try to explore and learn new things and try to experiment, implement it on yourself, you will never know how this impact. Now, while doing this, technically not much know what happened to my brain. I know that this technique helps to break certain cycles, but I can't get into depth. I'm no doctor or a neuroscientist. I'm just sharing from my experience. So next time, if you feel this way, feel low for no apparent reason, you haven't abused yourself with any of the substance or alcohol or anything, and just feeling down because of a guilt feeling, if you're perfectionism, because of a inaction, because there is some no clarity, you are thinking too many things, you have continuously possibly binge watch, maybe mobile swipe continuously. So if you have done all this, try this EFT technique for 10 minutes. Play a 528 hertz or 432 hertz music in the background. And you can also try this prayer, which is called Ho'oponopono prayer. I've been practicing for a couple of, not couple of months, over a year right now. You can try that and see how you can break the chains of getting stuck, something which is holding you back, because you know that you want to move on, you want to act on, you want to implement, execute, but something is holding you back. Maybe your perfectionism, maybe you have a history of mental health issues in the past which is coming back, maybe, as I said, even a sensitive nervous system, maybe some food impacted you. It's all gut, brain, physiology, everything. We can't say one or separate one or the other. It's all are connected. So try this simple technique, emotional freedom technique, EFT technique for yourself. I am Charles D'Souza. I share stories on my journey over the years, over the decades of coming out of my own challenges, and I will keep sharing. I'm not at that point where right now those were challenged, it's long gone, but definitely I thought this video can help somebody out there. These are very simple things, but it builds up over time and can eat up into your time, eat up into your money, and eventually deteriorate your lifestyle. Thanks for watching. Please leave in the comments if this video helped you. See you in the next.